Hey guys, it's Alex again. In an effort to keep the content coming, why? Because I have the time to do it now a little bit. On my lunch breaks, I head down to PBH if they have something interesting going on, and I called the guys down there and they said, yeah, we have a couple of cars here that we think are pretty interesting and you probably benefit looking at and everything. So they have a Cobra, Terminator Cobra, that's gonna get an interesting swap, and it's gonna get tuned, not with an AMZ2 for all you tuner friends out there. It's gonna get tuned with a Coyote computer. So I want to show you how they're gonna kind of try to accomplish that, because it is a cable driven throttle body, so that's interesting. They also are making progress with a 93 Cobra that's getting a twin turbo Coyote swap. They're narrowing the rear end, doing a whole bunch of suspension work. That car is, I can't wait for that thing to get finished for a couple of reasons. First, I bought the wheels off of it. Second, I just want to see what kind of power numbers it'll put down with a Cobra Jet intake manifold on a turbo. They also have a Vortech Supercharged 14, a twin turbo Boss 302, and a Supercharged GT 350. Bunch of stuff going on down there, so I'm going to head right down there, show you some of the sights and sounds of Power by the Hour, like I like to do every once in a while. Hey guys, it's Alex, and I'm here at Power by the Hour, and I wanted to show you a real cool car that I'm working on, something you don't see every day. So what we have here is a 2003 Terminator Cobra. Belongs to a tuning friend of mine, but it's not a regular Terminator, as you can tell. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here that I'm going to kind of show you. I have the tech here just in case I have any questions, but let's just start off real quick that it's a built motor, big badass cams. It's been built for a while, but the person who was getting it worked on didn't really have the time to mess with it, so they shipped it down here to Power by the Hour, where they got some turbos fitted on. But if you look at this area, this is where it starts to get a little interesting. This car is going to be set up to be drive-by-wire, and I believe tuned with, if I'm not mistaken, a Coyote computer, because it has a 6R80 transmission. Got my helper here to help me with the raising it up. Just want to show you the front end as it takes its time getting up there. We got the intercooler set up. Is this air to air or air to water? The intercooler. Air to water? Okay, just want to make sure. That's where the MAF housing is going to be, right here. So it's all per the tuner's specifications. They want things to be tune friendly. And they got a bunch of stuff going on up here. It's got some badass coilover suspension. I believe it has, if I'm not mistaken, some subframe connectors. I'll get underneath it and take a peek. Don't mind this exhaust, they just have to be V-banded here. Okay, but for now, it's gonna just kind of hang there, so relax. So but yeah, basically this Cobra is gonna have a 6R80. If I'm not mistaken, it might be even getting a 4R200 hub upgrade, because this car is gonna be a fully built kind of drag car deal. They have the Stifler's transmission mount here, and I'm gonna be a little more, I don't know, I guess slower with panning, because a lot of guys ask the same thing over and over. Basically, this is going to be a neat little project that they're taking on down here. It's got, are these fuel lines? Hot dang. Alright, they got the fuel lines already routed. They got a factory style tank in there. They took out the aftermarket style tank that was in there, so it looks nice and factory. Got coilovers, QA1s in the back. Widened stock Cobra wheels. And it has actually narrowed Cobra wheels, which I think it's kind of neat. Obviously they'll have to get a thinner tire on this, but stock Cobra wheels that have been widened and shortened in the front. It's pretty neat to see what's going on down here. They have the oil feed lines coming out. They have some of this stuff tucked away out of the way. So I just want to show you guys what's going on over here with this car. It's I think kind of interesting to make a Cobra tune with drive-by-wire, and basically tune it like a GT500, for lack of a better word. Imagine a 4.6 GT500, because the cams don't swing, so I think that's the goal with this car. But it'll be a GT500 with a 6R80 for 4R200 hub deal. So I guess that's how they're going to try to tune it. Don't worry, by the time it's all said and done, this is going to get tucked away. But you see the Coyote computer right here hanging out. So again, it'll be basically a Coyote with lock cams with a 6R80 on a Cobra body. Pretty cool. Up here we have 11 to 14, actually 13, 14 Mustang GT with a Vortech supercharger. And I didn't know this about Vortech superchargers. I kind of thought it was really cool. The Vortech superchargers use the inner sheath, not the outer sheath, the inner ribs on the crank to drive the supercharger. I think that's crucially important. Paxton, Vortech, VMP blowers, Roush blowers use the inner sheath. Think about it. You want to be as close as to the block as possible on the crank to prevent any potential issues with the, you know, putting extra axial load or radial load on the crank. So I think it's really neat. I've never really looked underneath a Vortech supercharged car. This is my first time. I think it's a kind of a neat setup. You know, it's got a pretty good size intercooler, a very big intercooler, as you can tell, and it uses the inner sheath. So I think it's a good deal. Little blow-off valve action here, or whatever the hell you call that. Blow-off valve, wastegate, whatever. Nice set of wheels too. Not sure who makes these. Rohana? I don't know. Are these like Boba, or are these like legit? But they look good. They look really good on this car. Car's, when it's on the ground, it looks killer. It looks a little trick. So yeah, let's see what else is going on underneath here. Well, pretty much basic stock stuff, stock control arms and everything. So probably just a cruiser or a roll race deal. And he's got the quad tip Roushes. Looks good. They have a VMP supercharged 14 here. I think this car has cams, 82mm pulley. I think it's about to go on the dyno. Yep. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. It's always nice to see a VMP Gen 2R behind one of these guys. 82mm. It's clean, man. This is brand new install, looks like. So, yeah, it's got cams, pump gas, 82mm pulley. I don't know. It should make like mid sixes or so on pump gas with E85, whatever the hell he wants to make, really. But yeah. Just kind of want to show you what's going on down here at Power by the Hour and talk about it a little bit. I give updates on this car every once in a while. That's going to get a narrowed rear end a little bit. Not a mini tub, just a narrowing rear end. And they got all the turbo stuff worked out and figured out. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Man, I'd love to have this Cobra. Fox body, twin turbo Coyote. A lot of fab work went into this guy. Looks great. A couple of other cars they have outside is this Whippled GT350 here. I'm gonna try to get the owner to convince me to let me drive it. I just don't think he'll let me. But this thing's on 22s, and I got a lot of flack from a lot of people saying that he ruined the car. But honestly, this looks really good. I don't care what the hell you say. Yeah, 22s isn't something I do, but I'm not hating on it. I think it looks pretty baller, honestly. But I'm hoping to get a ride in it because a lot of you guys thought that I was crazy to recommend supercharging a GT350. And finally, a twin turbo Boss. Well-known car down here in South Florida. I'm not looking to drive this guy at all. I really want to drive the GT350 and see what a supercharged version of these guys can do. Lunch break is over. So as you guys saw, they had really cool stuff going on down there as always. I look forward to seeing how the tune is going to come out on that Cobra, seeing that they're using a twin 60mm throttle body from GT500. So basically, because the cams are locked, I would think they're going to tune it like a auto swapped GT500, which Lund Racing does all the time, and it is going to get a Lund Racing tune. Power by the Hour works with Lund Racing all the time. So that's pretty much it. Just want to show you what's going on at PBH. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys, if you're still interested in shirts, I have a bunch of shirts left over from when I did a run, and I haven't really posted them up or anything because I literally don't have the time. Okay, because I have a full-time job. Not like most other YouTubers that this is their full-time job. I have a full-time job tuning, so I can't really sit there and try to ship shirts all day. But I do have a bunch of shirts left over, YDB t-shirts in black, very simple. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know, put it in the comments, and if there's enough interest, I'll post a link somewhere for shirts if someone wants to buy them. And I actually have some help now that they might be able to help me out with the shipping and all that other stuff. So hopefully, if you guys are interested, they're out there, but I'm not going to hawk them. I hate hawking tchotchkes and shirts and stuff like that. It's kind of neat, but I'm not really going to push it because I don't need that hassle. But if you guys really want the stuff, it's out there. I have sizes large to double extra large. So if you're a medium boy, start eating, get to the gym, and fit into a large because I don't have mediums or girl sizes. So yeah, let me know about that. But just want to bring you PB8 stuff and let you know I have shirts for sale potentially. So if you guys give a shit about that, let me know. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.